Welcome back. Happy to announce today we'll be reviewing another flashlight in Steamlight's ProTech series, the new HL6. And I want to say thank you first and foremost to Steamlight for sending this over for review. This is an upgrade to the ProTech HL5X, offering a great balance of flood and throw with a high output of over 5,000 lumen at 80,000 candela. I love that every Steamlight I've gotten my hands on feels like it's been a direct improvement on the past models while retaining a lot of, if not all of, the favored functions of its predecessors. For instance, this is another Steamlight with an anti-roll head, and while it may seem like a small feature, it is very nice to be able to put your flashlight down and it not deciding to roll out of reach on its own. This is the mag light of 2024, if you will. I imagine, and if you want to imagine the duty light, you would see law enforcement carrying on a Cops episode in the 90s, right? Flash forward 10 or so years into 1994, and Steamlight released their uber popular Stinger model, and that quickly became the first choice of law enforcement, security professionals, all sorts of mechanic friends. Everybody's got it. I spoke about it in the ProTech 2A. As of July 2024, the ProTech HL6 is the new torch for this space, and it comes at an MSRP of $247.78 without the charger. But that could be found it could easily be found for like $140 on Amazon, depending on the options you select. Steamlight Chief Revenue Officer Mike Deneen said, "It is the ideal light for first responders, outdoor enthusiasts, industrial technicians, and other users, whether performing room clearing, lighting an outdoor path, or troubleshooting repairs under low light conditions. It also is powered by convenient and cost-saving rechargeable batteries." As always, I'll include links in the description below for purchase and update whenever possible for like sales and things like that. One thing that did worry me when reading about this flashlight, specifically on the product fact sheet, is the line that says that it runs on 2 proprietary SLB48 lithium-ion cells from Steamlight. However, after doing a little bit of research, I found Nick at onelumen.com, and his review says, "I like this setup, and I liked it even more when I found out you could carry any 76-meter-long button-top 21700 in the light. However, all Li-on safety rules for series batteries apply here, so if you're using your own, they must be matched pairs of identical batteries, button-top only, and I recommend using protected cells. You were warned." You may have heard of the story of a particular flashlight company, and some guy was being a mechanic under his hood and put the wrong batteries in series and it blew up in his mouth. So yeah, be careful. Lithium-ion cells are not anything to be toyed with. And if you're worried about that, go online. You can find another set of another pair of those SLB48s. I think Optics Planets have them. I'll try and include a link below again. While staying on that product data sheet, let's get into some of the other technical specs, though. This flashlight is 10.5 inches tall and 2 and just over 1/3 inches wide, just at the head of the flashlight. And as I mentioned, this flashlight does run off of 2 21700 lithium-ion cells. With those included in the battery, its weight comes into about 590 grams, or about 1 1/3 pounds. It should go without saying this is no small flashlight. If you've used other ProTech series lights, though, the operation will feel very familiar. It's the half press or tap for a momentary on and the full click for constant. And similar to the other ProTech series lights, by default, the operation modes include single tap for high, double tap for strobe, and triple tap for low. And for the HL6, it's got the 10-tap programming, so you could change it just like some of these other lights. And to switch its operation from off, you'll tap the side switch 9 times rapidly, and on the 10th time you'll press and hold it, and you'll end up seeing the light change output modes just to let you know that you successfully switched it. Personally, for my use case for this particular HL6, I'm going to be leaving it at the default configuration, but you may want to try out some of the other modes. Default, it is high, strobe, low. You could switch it to high only, and then the last mode is low, medium, high. The high mode is 5,300 lumens, and that reaches just over 560 meters at 80,000 candela, as we mentioned earlier, and it has a max runtime of about 2 hours, and it does a very good job of maintaining high output throughout that runtime. I'll throw up the ANSI sheet for the rest of the output numbers, and I'll show off the default mode the other night while I was hanging out in Alleyway. I know that's not the best representation of the beam, but I'll continue to work on getting better beam shot representations. The HL6 also features an IPX7 water resistance rating, allowing it to be submerged up to 1 meter for 30 minutes, and it has been impact tested up to 1 meter as well. So it's a tough flashlight. Take it out in the rain, drop it accidentally, none of that should be detrimental to its use case, and Streamlight also offers an amazing warranty. This is a beautiful tool, and it is only one colorway, which is this two-tone black and grayish blue with a textured rubber grip. The HL6 only comes in this colorway, but you do have the option to order it with or without the wall charger. It's a 5-volt 2.2 amp. So if you already have something that's, similar or more power, because, those little wall warts that come with cell phones are like 3 amp nowadays, you don't necessarily need to order it with the extra wall wart, and it's roughly a $20 difference. And all of them will come with a Y splitter that does USB-A to 2 USB-C connections for the 2 included lithium-ion cells. Which brings us back to my ultimate question is, would I buy this flashlight again? And personally, it doesn't really fit my light budget, but now that I've had it and I have a feel for how I could, figure out a way to justify budgeting it, I probably would end up buying it again or getting it as a gift for someone who's a mechanic or a security officer or law enforcement of some sort. Currently in the future state, looks like it'll be taking up residence in my car opposite my fire extinguisher. I also found a company online that sells replacement tail caps for them that can break glass, and then called Bust-A-Cap, which I thought was pretty funny. And so it seems like it could be a good emergency light to carry in your car to be able to break glass, have a high-powered flashlight, and you never know what might happen, or something might break down on the side of the road in the middle of the night. Now you've got a nice flashlight to help light the repairs that you hopefully don't have to make. So if you're in law enforcement, if you're in security, if you're a mechanic, if you're industrial, if you just need a good emergency light, I really feel like the HL6 is definitely a top tier choice. Thanks for watching. Carry on.